Ask Iran. They're negotiating now. They don't want us to hit them. You know, we have a big fleet going over there.
U.S. Central Command has released new video footage of the USS Abraham Lincoln, just days after tense drone encounter involving Iran. The clip, posted on CENTCOM's official account on X, shows an organized and carefully choreographed launch of fighter jets from the deck of the USS Abraham Lincoln. According to CENTCOM, the footage is meant to highlight the highly coordinated routines and professionalism of sailors as they conduct carrier flight operations. The aircraft carrier has been in the global spotlight over the last week, as it operates in a region marked by rising tensions between the United States and Iran. On February 3rd, a US F-35C fighter jet shot down an Iranian Shahd 139 drone that reportedly flew too close to the carrier. No US personnel were harmed in the incident, but it underscored just how sensitive and high-risk naval operations are in these contested waters. Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps claimed the drone had been on a routine and lawful mission, according to reports by Iran International. Despite being destroyed, the Shahd drone is said to have transmitted its reconnaissance data back to Iran before it was shot down. The release of CENTCOM's video also came shortly after Donald Trump warned on February 5th about a big fleet going over to Iran, adding another layer of drama to the unfolding situation.
Ask Iran. They're negotiating now. They don't want us to hit them. You know, we have a big fleet going over there.
Donald Trump also issued a direct warning to Iran, saying that bad things will happen if Tehran refuses to come to the table and negotiate a deal.
Well, I can't tell you what I'm going to do, because right now, you know, we have a tremendous force going there, just like we did in Venezuela, even bigger. And they'll be there soon, and I'd like to see a deal negotiated. I don't know that that's going to happen, but I mean, if I knew, I wouldn't be able to, I wouldn't tell you. I'd be very foolish if I would tell you, but right now we're talking to them, we're talking to Iran, and if we could work something out, that'd be great, and if we can't, probably bad things will happen.
US and Iranian officials are scheduled to meet in Oman, marking a fresh diplomatic push at a time when tensions between the two countries are soaring. Iran will be represented by Abbas Araghchi, while Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner are expected to present the US side during the talks. If held as planned, this would be the first official meeting between Iran and the United States since the war that broke out in June 2025. According to reports, Washington is pushing to put Iran's nuclear program at the top of the agenda during these discussions. The US is also reportedly keen to address Iran's missile program and its support for various non-state allies across the region. Tehran, however, has maintained that it is only willing to discuss its nuclear program and does not intend to broaden the talks beyond that, reports say.
Can you tell us a little bit about the agenda for tomorrow's talks with the Iranians? What will be the focus of the discussions?
Diplomacy moving forward. The president has obviously been quite clear in his demands of the Iranian regime. Zero nuclear capability is something he's been very explicit about, and he wants to see if a deal can be struck. And while these negotiations are taking place, I would remind the Iranian regime that the president has many options at his disposal, aside from diplomacy, as the commander-in-chief of the most powerful military in the history of the world.
President Trump has emphasized that while the United States prefers diplomacy, all military options remain available if negotiations with Iran fail. The US government has also issued a security advisory urging its citizens currently in Iran to leave the country immediately. The February 5th advisory further warned Americans to be prepared to depart without any assistance from the US government, highlighting the seriousness of the situation. Regional allies, including Saudi Arabia and Qatar, have called on both Washington and Tehran to show restraint and avoid further escalation. These upcoming talks are being viewed as a critical chance to rebalance diplomacy and ease the tense standoff between the United States and Iran.